Yeah, thank you, Chair, for the introduction. This is the joint work with my advisor, Professor Sherman Chow. Transformer is the current standard architecture for large language model. However, privacy concerns arise due to the increasing adoption of this kind of LLMs, such as ChatGPT. Private inference allows a client who owns some query and also a server who owns a model to perform model inference without revealing their private input, addressing this kind of privacy concerns. Desirable properties for private transformer inference include security, handiness, accuracy, and also fast inference. Handiness means that the system should be deployable without knowledge of cryptography. Our framework, Shaft, satisfies all the four properties. Before talking about our technical idea, let's review some basics on the transformer models. Transformers include an embedding layer and also multiple transformer blocks and a simple neural network classifier. Each block includes multi-head attention, feed-forward network, and also layer normalization, involving nonlinear operations like softmax and also GELU. Compared to the traditional convolutional neural networks, a transformer includes expansive secure softmax operation in every multi-attention layer, and also the complicated secure GELU in every feed-forward network layer. Earlier work like MPC former used rough approximation to approximate this kind of nonlinear functions, resulting in an accuracy error for more than 5%. Newer works applied recent paradigm or like improved secure linear protocols. For the state-of-the-art Sigma, it used function secret sharing to reduce running time. And also for Bumblebee, it optimized homomorphic matrix multiplication to save communication. And they reused existing techniques for private transformer inference framework to approximate those nonlinear functions. So our observation is like the nonlinear functions approximations remain underexplored in the existing work. Our work Shaft used ordinary differential equation and also Fourier series for nonlinear functions approximations. MPC former lacks a formal security proof. Our work following recent works provide formal security proof. And in terms of efficiency, we outperformed the two recent work. Compared to Sigma, we reduced communications with similar running time. And for Bumblebee, our work achieved smaller running time on both the len setting and also the wan setting. At the same time, Shaft also achieved comparable accuracy to plaintext inference. While existing work requires knowledge on secure computation libraries, our work provides PyTorch-like APIs to smoothly integrate with the popular Hugging Face transformer libraries. The following figures demonstrate how Shaft supports importing this kind of transformer models for privacy-preserving inference in just 6 lines of code, excluding comments and also import. While our work are based on Crypt10, we want to clarify a misunderstanding from the previous Bumblebee presentation that we do not actually use the Crypt10's inefficient softmax implementation, as our protocols is different. Our technical novelties include the following. First of all, we propose the first constant-round private softmax protocol for transformer. Second, we propose a precise and efficient private GELU protocol. Our work focused on the two-party outsourced setting with precomputations. These precomputations can be done by a commodity server or like two-party computations between the computing servers. The softmax function is defined as the following. Intuitively, it converts values in a vectors into a probability distribution. The basic idea for evaluating softmax in a secure way is to evaluate a sequence of exponential and also reciprocal. However, these functions can overflow easily. The typical solution to overcome this issue is to compute softmax on the input subtracted by its maximum elements. This avoids overflows without affecting its correctness. But the secure evaluation of maximum requires logarithmic runs in terms of input lengths. Our starting point is the private softmax based on the ordinary differential equation approximations from ACSAC 2023, which perform iterative approximation as following. It takes a total of 2t runs, where t is the number of iterations. While it has a constant run complexity in terms of input length, in practice, we need a large t for unbounded inputs in transformer because of its correctness conditions. Our key idea to deal with this is to clip the input into a predefined range. And then we can set t equals to b minus a to ensure the correctness, even when t is small. And also, our protocol is still in constant run. So why clipping is important? Why finding a clipping range is important for this kind of idea? First of all, we think from the ideas on the role how attention layers are doing. The softmax function in the attention layer actually like map the relevance into a probability distributions. So in natural language processing, the words usually related to only like a few words in a sentences. For example, consider the sentences, the animal didn't cross the street because it was too tired. The word is clearly refers to animals instead of other words. So the softmax inputs corresponds to animals would be large, while the input for the other words will be relatively small. This implies that most softmax inputs are actually small, but the few large inputs dominate the sum in the denominators. So clipping the large inputs aggressively can cause significant errors in softmax approximations. So back to the question, how do we actually select these upper and lower bounds? We set a large positive values to minimize errors from the large inputs, and also we set a slightly negative lower bound to include most the small inputs. We choose t equals to 16, a equals to -4, and b equals to 12 in our work. For GELU is defined by the following functions. The standard approach for computing GELUs securely is to first consider the idea that the GELU functions is close to the rectified linear unit ReLU functions when absolute x is relatively large. So most existing work like approximate GELUs for x near 0 with polynomials, and then set GELU equals to ReLU for larger absolute x. The state of the art, both from S&P 2024, used a degree 4 polynomials for approximations. However, the secure evaluation requires 2 runs, which can be substantial for transformer with hundreds of thousands of GELUs. Our starting point is to consider Fourier series, which provide precise approximations of functions with a sinusoidal shape for a bounded input range. Securely evaluating a Fourier series takes only 1 round. However, GELU is not in sinusoidal shape, and hence the direct approximations does not work. A simple solution from a concurrent work is to approximate the Gaussian error function CRFX. But if we record the definitions of GELU, we can see that we actually require an additional round to securely multiply the result by x. This can also increase approximations errors. So the aim of our work is to design a suitable function for Fourier series approximation, and our formalizations. Delta x is modified from the non-sinusoidal GELU x minus ReLU x from sigma. It is a sinusoidal function for x near 0, and which is ideal for accurate Fourier series approximations. So here is our Fourier series approximations, and we set delta x equal to 0 for large absolute x. We can compute GELU from this delta x by considering this characterization. We can see that no extra communication round is needed because absolute x can be computed from ReLU x non-interactively. Our other contributions include first private embedding protocol taking index inputs, and also extension of our GELU characterization to other activations. Finally, and also optimization for smaller bit width. To sum up, we propose secure, accurate, and fast protocols for softmax and GELU. Our code is publicly available in this GitHub repository. Our future directions include private transformer fine-tuning and also security against malicious adversary. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us via this email. And finally, we hope our work can serve as a shaft of light to illuminate a path to achieve a practical, secure transformer inference. Thank you.
Thanks for the talk. We have a few minutes for questions. All right, I have a couple of questions. So did I understand correctly that you got rid of, did you reduce the number of rounds from like 4 to 1 or from 4 to 0?
From 2 to 1.
From 2 to 1. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that. That's pretty good. 50, that's half of them. Do you think there's room for, like, can we go further than this, or is this the limit? Like, we need totally new ideas before we can go further?
I think because like GELU, the common approach is like doing polynomial approximations for the input near 0, and we like set GELU is equal to GELU for larger x. I think for the middle part, it is quite hard to do better. But for like room for improvement, I would say we can like try to eliminate the cost of doing this kind of comparison, because like we need a comparison to check whether x is in the middle or outside. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool.
And how much do you think is left from like where we're at now to like where this could be deployed and it would be useful like in practice for people?
I think, in my opinion, there's still quite some time towards a deployable transformer inference, because like LLM are really so large. It is computationally expensive, even in plain text. So yeah, we are keep making efforts to prove this, and hopefully it can be practical someday.
Cool. So for people like me who are like far from this area, you've got 1 round for each of these layers. How many of these layers are there in a typical deep net?
I think like for softmax, maybe it will need like 12 or 24 or even more, and for like GELU, it should be also similar. It actually takes a lot of this kind of nonlinear functions.
I see. Cool. Thank you so much. Let's thank our speaker one more time.